Hello and welcome to TEC Bike Parts. Today we're going to be showing you how to fit the high flow DNA air filter kit into the 650 Interceptor and 650 Continental GT twins, Royal Enfield twins. We've been doing these a while. When we very first saw this bike and the air filter arrangement, we realised it was highly restrictive, and we worked with DNA, a well-respected high-performance air filter manufacturer, to bring you an air intake and a washable high-performance air filter for this bike. Now, since we've been selling them, we've sold quite a few of them, but a lot of people have been asking, can you give me instructions on how to do it? And we feel the easiest way to do instructions is to do a video. So here's the video. First of all, obviously you need to remove your side panel. If you obviously use your key to get it off if you haven't had it off before. If you haven't had it off before, you're in for a surprise because you've got a full toolkit in there. Anyway, once you take it off, you pop your seat off, and you'll find a screw located just down here. We'll just pop that off. Normally these are Torx headed on here. So once you've got the screw out, you'll find the back of the cover comes loose. You need to pull. It's a bit hard to get your hand in. You've just got a straight pull there, but don't try to pull at the bottom, because once you've pulled at the top, you need to pull up to get the side panel out. So be careful, because you can damage things if you don't do it that way. So now you can see the air filter intake, and you can see how tight and restricted it is. All the air that goes in the engine, this is the filter here, has to go through this tiny little slot here, so it has to change direction a few times just to get in there. So it's important for an engine to run properly. It's got a good supply of cold fresh air into it. So we need to remove these three little screws to get the cover plate off. And again, you can see that the centre of the air filter, the intake, is quite small. It's also a paper filter, so it's actually quite restrictive as well. Now I'll put the figures up, the flow bench figures that DNA did. They've got a state-of-the-art airflow test bench that they ran one of these air boxes on. Now this is not run with the engine. This is how much the air box in theory will flow. Now, like I say, I'll put these up on the screen now, and it flowed quite a bit better with just the DNA filter in, but once we put the new high flow plate on, it actually flowed 98% better, so it's almost double the airflow that you get through the standard airbox. Not saying that the engine in standard form can use that, but every bit of easy breathing you can give the engine will help, and you can feel it straight away when you do this. More on that later, because we've got some dyno runs to show you with the air filter and with some development exhausts that we're doing. So here's the DNA filter. So you can see it's a washable, oil impregnated type, same as like many others on the market. But you can see that also where the air comes into it's significantly larger. This triangular hole here. Now you can just fit this filter. It will replace this filter element if you don't want to change this cover. Now what some people have done what I've done here. I did this initially with a paper filter. I cut the lid off to get a bit more flow in, but even so this hole is still too small. Yes, it's big enough for this filter, pointless making it any bigger because the filter's no bigger, but when you put it against that filter, it's not big enough for the filter. So if you wanted to run this without the DNA cover on, you would have to try and open this hole up a bit, which is a bit of a faff on. when you look at what DNA supply for, I think it's about 25 quid, they do this proper laser cut bracket, which you can see the hole's massively different, and this locates around the edges here to hold the filter in place. Obviously that's not the size of the air hole, that's the important bit, this piece here, the centre. So we'll pop that back in the motor now. So the filter literally just pops in there, nice neat fit, and using your original screws you just pop the DNA intake plate on. I've noticed there's at least a couple of other companies doing these filters now. I'm not saying any of them are better than the others, but we are doing a special deal on these. If you buy the intake plate and the filter as a combination deal, you're getting quite a bit off. And it's a very simple little improvement you can do to the bike. It's good for servicing because you don't have to buy a filter at every service. I think a filter from Royal Enfield is about 28 quid. And that over the life of the bike, if you're changing that every year, soon mounts up. This one you simply wash it out and re-oil it and put it back in again, and that should easily last the life of the bike if it's cared for properly. I think they say they've got a service life of over 100,000 miles, and most bikes won't do anywhere near that. So you will find that the bike has a much nicer note now with that in. In fact, I'll start it up and let you hear it. Obviously this bike has a non-standard exhaust on, but with the standard exhaust on particularly, you will hear a bit more induction noise on it. But it makes the bike much more responsive to the throttle and cleaner running. So it's just a matter of popping the side panel back on and you're all done there now. And chuck these bits in the bin. So thanks for watching. If you haven't seen any of our videos before, have a look on the YouTube channel. We've got quite a few videos on there on how to service and customise this bike. There's a whole series on there, and also how to install parts on the bike. We've also got a lot of videos on Triumph Twins and tuning on the Triumph Twins as well, both the air-cooled and the water-cooled models. So thanks for watching. Our website is tecbikeparts.com. And in America we have a website, tecbikepartsusa.com. So thanks for watching, bye now.